everybody.
What's poppin', people? How y'all
It's
doing?
your girl, My Gems, on the podcast.
It's Tony Benjamin. You already know.
Yes, we're here again on another episode of Dropping Gems252. Y'all already know. Tune in, catch a vibe, feel the vibe, and we're gonna be dropping them gems, okay? So basically, what today's topic is about is we're going to be doing a movie review on The Little Mermaid, and I'm going to speak about the hidden gems that were in the movie that probably a lot of people might have let go over their head or didn't really, pay no attention to. And only I'm speaking on this movie is because this is one of my favorite movies, and I grew up with this movie, and it inspired me a lot because we've all
Side note, it was a dope movie. Dope movie. Continue.
no, you're right. Let me go ahead and read back and say that movie was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, dope.
And I just loved it. I mean, and the way they had the cast set up, and like Cinderella, the Brandy version, it was just like that. I'm kind of. Did I just really just see this? Like, so y'all really. Is it the black characters where y'all have to be forced to tell some shit when you have to use a character in a different race? Because the Little Mermaid had, had a father of a different race, but the Little Mermaid had a bunch of different cultures in the movie. So Eric, his mother was the Black Queen, and it just made me realize, like, you can really just come from anywhere, certain backgrounds that's going to show you ones that's been hybrid, and we ain't even gonna go down that line because yeah. So yo. Hey Misha, hey 111.
Key life element. Like, that's when the scientists be talking about they looking for life anywhere else. One of the first things they look for is water.
Yep.
If they can find water, there's a good chance there is life. As we know it. You know what I'm saying?
We carry life. We are life because we are water. We have to drink water to survive. We urinate out water mixing with waste and shit, but it's still liquid. You know what I mean? Because if we're water and we're drinking or putting in bullshit that's coming out of us that's not water, it's got to come out a different way to cleanse and detox that shit. Like, your body is already made it's like basically programmed to do what it's supposed to do, but we fuck it up because of our own bad habits and our upbringing or whatever we surround ourselves with or around to do.
Our own screwed up mindsets or either closed-mindedness.
Yep.
Refusing to learn something new.
That part.
And those people, I'm sorry, but I consider you all idiots. If you refuse to learn something new, I don't care how old you are, you can always learn something new.
Yes, especially when it's literally a book that you can read and learn from, and it can still continue on to learn more from what you just learned. But you choose to close that off and only want to know what you know because you feel like this is more secure for your ego or make you feel better about yourself.
That part.
Yeah. Like, you want to say you know all because you read one book.
I'll tell people right now, I don't know shit. But I know what I know, but I don't know shit.
And I say every day you learn something new every day. I don't know a motherfucking thing. I just be thinking I know, and then when I see I don't know, I'll be like, well, damn, I don't know shit.
Exactly.
And that's another reason why we may know, but we don't know, because we know, well, we just don't know what we know. That's
what they say on Moondocks.
Okay.
You got your known unknowns, your unknown unknowns, and it was things you don't know that you don't know.
Things you don't know that you know, but don't know.
Yeah. Things you know that you don't know. Like, see, you know what you know. That's a known. No. But then you also know some shit you don't know. That's a known unknown. But then it's some shit you don't know that you don't even know you don't know.
Shit.
Unknown unknown.
It's a lot of unknown. That's
Yeah,
why they
facts.
say just walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I shall fear no evil because we don't know what's on the other side.
Because thou art with me.
I'm telling you, when Ariel went through that motherfucking tunnel to get to Ursula, I would have turned around a long time ago.
Facts.
It would have been too many signs to tell me to turn around. But when we don't listen to those, when we realize those signs be as big as they, I mean, I'm talking about we all been there. We've been through the tunnel down to Ursula's lair and realized that we should have turned around a long time ago, even when the things grabbed at her. I mean,
They would. That was a. What was it? What's the word I'm looking for? A warning.
yeah,
Basically.
they were trying to stop her. Like, you're making a mistake. We see you, all seeing eye, like a version of a spirit guide trying to tell you, warn you, to see. They're all here to warn you. You're making to them, they were saying she's making a big mistake. But in reality, she had to have it happen.
She had to walk that path.
She had to, exactly. That was her path. She was the brave soul that chose that path, life path, to even do that. And then chose another one. How you going to be a mermaid and then choose to be a human? So you live in two lifestyles, two different versions of yourself. You live the land and the sea. So the land taught you a lesson just as well as the sea.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
When you was talking? All right. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of signs trying to stop her from going down there. But she went anyway. So.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the scenario's just like, okay, well, if she's going to go anyway. All right, well, now this is going to happen. But the lesson she needs to learn is still going to be taught. It's just going to be taught differently. Because it's like the ripple effect. You were supposed to go this way, like, but all right, because you didn't go the way that was laid out for you. All right, now we got to take you the hard way all the way around to get you to the point you would have got to a lot easier had you followed the signs, but you ignored them. So your path is already, I'm just thinking. But your path is already predetermined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, well, no, not your path, but the destination.
Yeah, your destination is already predestined. I think what you're saying is the path is not always.
Yeah, the path ain't gonna always be the same.
It's
but the
not.
destiny is.
Yeah, your goal is always going to be the end goal, but the whole way to get there, it could be 1,000 ways to get
different
there.
ways.
And that's why people be like, "How can this happen? How can that happen?" But you don't have. I mean, you have a choice to either make it easier or make it harder.
Yeah,
and sometimes making it harder is a bigger lesson.
Facts.
You know, because easy ain't always the best way to go. We have to, like, know what hard is, you know.
And certain lessons teach you to trust the signs and your intuition and shit like that.
Ordinary people.
Because facts, I had to learn the hard way about trusting my intuition, but I ain't going to get into that today. But yeah, I definitely learned the hard way about ignoring my instincts, not trusting my intuition, ignoring signs. Yeah,
me too.
Shit got real fast.
Trust me, I literally be like, I can't get mad at Ariel because when you love someone or something and you're passionate about it, you will ignore everything that's telling you not to, because, you know, everything is what you wanted in your mind. Everything ain't what it is, even though it is. You just feel like that's not what it is. I'm gonna just ignore that and keep going, and maybe, you know, by her ignoring that and realizing that, hold on, I ignored it for a reason, because I wanted to believe what I wanted to believe. I didn't want to believe what was clearly in my face.
Facts.
That was telling me, hey, that's not a good idea. I don't think you should do it that way. Well, if you're going to do it that way, well, you're going to win at the end, but you don't know that. But you'll have to figure out how you're going to know that at the end, because you know it, but you don't know it. You know what I mean? She knew that she was going to get what she wanted. She knew she was going to get her legs. She knew she was going to get her love. So she knew all this stuff and still signed a contract. Like, she went about it the wrong way, maybe.
Facts.
But she already knew she was going to get to her destination.
Now, granted, has she not learned any lessons, she probably would have went through that shit again.
Exactly.
That's kind of how life works.
That was where I was about to say. You're going to do it again and again and again. And that goes back to being in a relationship with someone. You're going to continuously attract the same type of energy from different people until you learn your lesson.
Facts.
You want a man that's gonna take you out, or you want this type of man or this woman, it doesn't matter what gender or whatever. You want this person to do for you or whatever, but yet you are not even changing your old habits to your new habits. You're not changing anything. Why can't I hear it?
Yeah, it's a little short.
I think it's this.
Yeah. It's the splitter.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that. I can't hear it at all.
Nothing.
Nothing. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. It going in and out though.
I can't hear. Is it mine? Maybe it's not all the way in. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. I don't need to hear myself. Let's just go back. What was I saying?
Wait a minute. Oh, nothing. My neck popped.
Ooh. Ew. I don't like neck poppers. That's like.
My bad.
Yeah.
But it's really uncomfortable if I don't.
Right. Let me go ahead and do this again because
it can almost get painful.
Share this live
Is
real
this
quick.
Shit doing the latency shit again? Yeah.
What? Lagging?
Yeah.
I can't hear nothing.
I can hear it now. It's now I can't.
Now I hear it. I don't know what's going on.
Are we
Hey
good?
guys, Cole Maya. Yeah.
Yeah, we back. It ain't lagging no more. It's my shit.
Yeah.
But
I done forgot what I was saying because I got distracted. Oh, okay, that's what I'm saying. Back to being in a relationship. If you don't change if you don't change, Ariel would have never found her love if she didn't make that sacrifice. So if you continue to do the same thing and expect something different, you're basically
being naive and
yeah,
being insane.
Yeah, there you go. You're insane. That's really insanity. Like you over here going running on a hamster wheel and thinking that you gonna get a different result and
it's just not.
You're not. You're in the same cycle. How are you going to get something different and you're stuck in the same cycle?
Now, granted, if you're changing, make sure it's for you. Like, change for you. And everything else will fall in place. Like, you cannot change for the other person, and you can't change another person.
And make sure you want to change for your own benefit.
You have to want to change for yourself. And then everything else will just fall in place.
I want to know if Little Mermaid, if she would have met him as a mermaid, would it be the same?
Possibly. I think so.
And I think so as well.
I think so.
Because the hard way was her running away.
Yeah.
She ran away because she was scared, but she was always taught to be scared. So when she had the chance, and because when he was waking up, she had the opportunity to like, oh shit, he's waking up. Instead, she let him see her, hoping that he would remember her, but it was her voice that he remembered. So that's why your voice is really powerful. You even recognize the voice of the seagull. Like your voice is powerful. Like you have to be able to speak and have that power behind it, and thinking you think that you ain't powerful until you speak and you realize you make a change and a difference. You know, and I'm only
with validity and conviction.
Yeah, and truth.
Facts.
And know that what you're saying is what you stand on, and not no one else can change that. Because if someone could come on and knock your beliefs off, then you didn't really believe it in the first place.
Facts.
If someone can come and argue about what you believe in or know, then you really didn't know anyways. You just I don't even know what it is, because you ain't. you masking or you faking. Like, cause that's why I don't get into arguments with people that want to defer you off your trail or off your path and tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Or
like people that argue religion.
Yeah,
I don't do that. I don't argue religion or beliefs, because I'm not going. I know what I know, and I know what I believe in, what I stand on. So you arguing with me about what you believe and trying to convince me otherwise, you're just seeking validation for your own beliefs.
That part.
You're trying to convince yourself.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
then you also give more power to that person by even giving them that energy to even tell them, I'm not here to change you, make you be something you're not, or any of that. I'm only here to speak my truth and tell you what it is that I do and how I feel and how I live my life and what I think. And I'm here to share it with you. I'm not here to share it with you to convince you, convict you, or any of that stuff. I'm only here to speak and stand in my truth, and so that you may do the same thing for yourself and not allow anyone or outside of you to convince you that you aren't doing something right when
Now,
you know.
if our story inspires you, then that's great. If it inspires you to go do something for yourself, to better yourself, that's what it's for.
That's
You know
what we're
I'm
here
saying?
for, because I know that God wants to be seen we are in his image and likeness. So when we stand in our truth, God is multiple versions. He is all and everything. He's the beginning and the end. So he's the good and the bad. So he created everything. So
Alpha and Omega.
Alpha and Omega, exactly. So if he wanted to experience what a murderer is like, he's gonna choose this person to walk that path, and that's his path. And that's what he needed to learn to experience what that type of experience is, because no one in this world is experiencing the same thing. And if it's millions of us, he's got millions of versions of him.
Literally.
He's learning by us learning. We learn and he learns. It's the only way to even be here to change anything is being in the power that we are and have and standing in that shit.
Facts.
And live and walk your truth. If you a straight, gay, pan, anything, walk your truth. Because who is here to tell you that you can't be or do what it is that you mind you, not saying what you're doing is maybe right or wrong, but that's not my choice. That's not my decision to determine what it is that you're doing is wrong. Now, mind you, there are certain things that I would say I don't allow or I don't, condone to and stuff. But that's me. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is right, but this is only for me. Yeah. What I feel is right and what I feel is wrong. I'm still not going to convince anyone to say that what I feel is right. I'm only going to say for me.
Facts. Like,
for me.
Because I don't judge people. I judge situations for
that
me.
Part. Yeah.
Like whether I want to be a part of that or around that.
Yeah, and that's where we find our power at the most, is when you're able to walk away from a situation that you know you weren't meant to be in, or you had to learn from. You learned a lesson, like you said. If you don't learn, you're gonna stay in that situation. You're gonna do it again.
And it might even look different. You might meet somebody. Let's say it's a relationship. You might meet somebody new, but if you didn't learn your lesson from the last relationship, all you did was attract the same motherfucker, in just a different face.
Body. Yes, and I only speak from my experience, because I call myself thinking I was ready to leave. After I left my last relationship, I was ready to be with somebody, and I was like, I had to sit down and realize, like, after I did speak with someone, and realize, hold on, I really got a lot of healing I need to do. I'm not supposed to be jumping to another relationship. I'm supposed to be sitting and realizing what I did and what I don't, and what I want and what I don't want, and how to get it. And if I have to not be with someone for a while and know my truth and be single, that's the only way I had to do it. I had to hold back from the things that I did in the past and change that to do something better, to attract something better. So I started bettering myself. I started doing self-care. I started doing affirmations. I started grounding myself. I started doing everything different. I did a whole 360 and changed my life by doing that, by making that first step, taking that first step in changing, so that I can attract something better and be better for that person that I want to attract. Not even that person, that job, that house, that car. I need to be in that alignment to attract what it is that I want. Because I don't chase anything. I'm only attracting what already belongs to me. And if I embody that energy and I stay in my power, I will know that what is mine is already there. I just have to be in the present moment to know that what is, it is, and what it ain't, it ain't. And just be.
Facts.
We can't force or change anything but ourselves.
Legitimate.
And even when you change yourself, you still can't change your soul. So be yourself.
And you clean it up a little bit.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like trying to
Yeah.
look at someone and be like, I'm gonna be that.
Yeah, I already know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You damn. A lot of people need some soul cleansing.
Yeah,
We all did. I mean, that's the whole part of the journey is to be cleansing, constantly cleansing your soul to attract that soul. That soul attraction. And you still gonna attract the bad because you still gotta learn some things that you may not have learned yet.
Yeah.
So you think you moved on to something better and realize you got something bad because you still need a lesson to learn to elevate to that next level.
Understand, life comes with pain. You know what I'm saying? Pain shapes us. Now, how you respond to that pain and adversity, that determines your growth. Now, if you just, what is it on for? If you just react and let the pain beat you and destroy you and whatever adversities, you know what I'm saying? Then you're going to be stuck. You're going to be stagnant. You're never going to grow. You're never going to elevate. You know what I'm saying? You're going to constantly keep going through the same things over and over again because you didn't learn. Now, maybe, you know what I'm saying, you need to try to work on opening your mind to new possibilities. Make some sacrifices. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you feel, whatever your gut is telling you need to do to better your situation, try that.
That
you know
part. And how about you ask yourself every morning or when you look in the mirror, what am I doing to better myself? What am I doing that can, make me a better person than I was yesterday?
Legit.
And I'm not going to be hard on myself for what I did because I live and learn. I accept me and my flaws and my mistakes for that's who I am and that's what made me who I am. Therefore, I am going through this journey, and the journey is not an easy ride sometimes. It's up and down. It's a roller coaster.
Facts.
And you want to know me? My first dream and my awakening was a roller coaster ride. And that's how I should have known my life. My journey was about to take off. Like I was about to be going through whatever I needed to go through because, a roller coaster ride is exciting and it's also terrifying at the same time. And even though we're secure and locked in, sometimes mistakes happen and you might fall out, And that's not me. I'm just saying from a different point of view, like, this is a dream. Like, I was already meant to take off. I just had to learn to live in the moment and stand in my truth. And learn how to stand in my truth because I didn't know how to even do those things until I had to go through those things. Like, what is standing in your power when you don't even know you have power?
Legit.
So you have to find out where your power is and how to find it. So I'm only here to share my story so that you can help yourself and be able to stand in your truth and be in your power.
Legit.
And that's basically what everything is about. Disney movies may have a little twist in them, but at the end of the day, it's all about standing in your power and not allowing whatever situation we're in to determine your outcome, to make it feel like you're not going to make it when your destiny is already set. You just have to be and let it flow.
And try to choose the right path.
Even me, I get angry. I'm learning on my anger, like my patience, because I know I got emotions that I have to let out, and it's hard for me to deal with that when, life comes and, tells you to shove it down somewhere and worry about it later. Because sometimes you don't have the chance to really even process these things, but it takes steps to make these changes so that you can release the things that no longer serve you. That's even emotions, hurt, trauma, pain, betrayal, all those things that you held on to because you thought it was you when really it was them putting it on you so that you can hold that for them when really you need to release all that and allow them to receive what they need to receive because they need to learn from you learning from yourself.
Facts.
So it's like you learn from me by me walking away from you. You had to learn that I can walk away, and I had to learn that I can walk away. You had to learn that you don't have a hold on me, or you don't, we both learning. Like you thought and I thought, and we all had to come together to figure out what it is that we needed to know. And what you thought was wrong and what you know is what you know now. And y'all gonna grow apart or stay together and, make it work. But at the majority of the time, you grow apart because you're not even on the same level anymore.
Legit.
So that's
But
just
that comes from not truly getting to know the, your, the person that you're dealing with,
yeah.
and
And
not
look,
knowing yourself.
yes, when you don't know yourself, you allow anyone and everyone to come and infiltrate your whole being, your energy. Like, you allow them to manipulate you and tell you who you are, what you do, and what you're supposed to do. And even your own parents can do that. And you know, what is that song? Someone's
Say
giving.
something, I'm giving up on you.
Wow. See? No, let it play because it's when we watch this again, we're gonna hear all the music that's in the background
I'm
that's
trying to
channeling.
see who's singing it.
Oh yeah, but even your parents, like I said,
A
you
great
know,
big world.
you may be the child, the special, the black sheep, the scapegoat, and they don't believe that you could do what it is that you pursue to do because you're the only one here to show them that you can do what it is that you're meant to do. You're the example for the family. You're the example for the person. You're the vessel of. You're the chosen one. You were chosen.
I
So
realized that not too long ago. Like, just being around people I've always been around and starting to look back and reflect and notice that a lot of things, not trying to be a braggart or anything, but a lot of things wouldn't move or get done until I initiated.
that part. Thank you, Misha,
Like, I got the ball rolling, like far as
for
certain
joining the line.
things I was doing in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, or with the people that was in my life. Like, I had to initiate everything, get the ball rolling. So looking back, I had to realize like a lot of those people was only around because I would make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when I stopped making things happen for other people, those people start weeding themselves out of my life, start falling off. Bang,
Mm-hmm.
bang, bang. So I took that energy I was giving everybody else and started putting it into myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like really focusing on myself, and it's helped. It's helped me. I'm knowing myself a lot better. I know what I need to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like far as one thing I really need to work on is expressing myself a little more. You know what I mean? And don't be so nonchalant with people. But that's a big step for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I learned the same way how to, really pour into myself because I really had problems with abandonment issues and attachment issues because being young and having to be separated from my family and for 5 years it took a toll on me. So certain things I held on to once I had it back in my grasp, which was my family. So I held on to anyone and everyone that even paid me any mind. So you know but majority of the time, story short, I had to, learn from being separated from my family and realize that me having to go through that, I had to learn how to transmute things that like that into positivity. Like when I had to go through all the relationships and friendships and I finally met my match where it really basically was like a mirror in front of me letting me know what I was settling for, what I was dealing with, and that was the mirror from the people I had in my life. I was surrounding myself with mirrors pointing back at myself, showing me what I was and who I was at the time, and knowing that this isn't who I should be, or you know. And it's like, wow, I held on to a lot of people, places, and things because I was afraid that they would leave me because I was left. I felt abandoned at a young age. So things like that causes abandonment issues, and you feel like you have to keep those who even mistreat you close to you because you just don't want to be alone. And I had to learn that I could be alone. I was alone by force, but when I chose to actually be alone and cut those things out of place, family, friends, it was the most uplifting thing. And it was very difficult because I was codependent and attached to them. And I felt that's what it was because they're family, right? You would expect yourself to be feeling like that way, but really it's just a title. and people can still show you who they really are, regardless if they're family or not.
Facts.
So, me going through my family, going through my relationships, going through friendships, it taught me a lot, and I'm grateful for it because it was the journey that led me to this point today. So,
Good shit.
you know,
And I feel that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets deep when you really start to open up and, do that inner child healing.
Yeah.
And you talk to your inner teen, your younger self, and tell her that you're okay, that you're safe, that you can make these decisions for yourself, that you're not stuck in that same cycle that you were before, and that you can be different, that you can make a change. You just have to trust yourself and believe, because you're going to find yourself.
Facts.
You will find someone like you.
Legit.
And all you do is wish the best for yourself.
Facts.
You don't forget anything. The song is speaking for itself.
Yeah.
It lasts. Sometimes it hurts. I'm telling you, that
Legit.
music
Yeah,
hitting.
she was
Sometimes
singing for real. She was singing. You hear me?
Yes. I love how music is a key to opening up your heart and really tapping into your emotions as well.
Yeah.
And the ancestors, spirit guides that I deal with, they love to send me a song and let me know that they're here, and they know, and that's why they don't play about me, because they know what I've been through, and they've been through the worst, and they don't want me to go through as the things that they went through. So of course they're gonna protect my peace and keep those around me that aren't for me away from me.
Legit.
Because I would never want to be on the other side watching someone of my bloodline going through the shit that I went through. I would never want that to happen. And it's hard to be in this, in this awareness to know that sometimes, once you put on those glasses, you can't take them off, so it's like, but yeah. So, I know.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and end it though, y'all.
Yeah.
We about to end it up. It's getting a little emotional, touchy subject.
And I'll tell y'all what I was about to say next time.
Well, y'all can catch us again on Dropping Gems252 with your girl, My Gems.
Tony Benjamin, your rule.
And catch us next time on the podcast.
Yeah, it's on Spotify and YouTube. You already know. Check
us
that
out.
Tune in, like, subscribe, follow, all that.
Yes.
Dropping Gems252.
And thank you guys for tuning in and listening to what we had to say. We really enjoyed it. Thanks. Y'all have a blissful day.
Legit.